So what I'll be discussing today is, or tonight is Dr. Song Yun Lee. It's his talk in one of the ATOMY Humanity lecture that he had at atomy.com, right? So I didn't expect what um, to learn, but then as I watched the video, so it came to my mind that it's very, very useful, especially in our business. Okay, so in one of Dr. Lee's Atomy Humanity lecture, he expounded actually about his desire for atomy leaders. So since this is a leader meeting, so it's all about us. For leaders to be able to take care of their partners. So what like you, Ari, and Mike, and other leaders, Cheryl, doing. So that's what Dr. Lee's desire for us leaders to take care of our partners, for them to flourish. So what he means by flourish is for everything around the partners, to go according to his own will. So later on, why I wanted to emphasize on this at their own will. So it has something to do with the discussion later on. So it's like a crops. We have to do something like watering and then putting fertilizers to be able to see them grow and flourish. So as leaders, we must do the same to our partners. So tonight, I will try to share what Dr. Lee has discussed in his talk entitled, "Why Do I Do Atomy Business?" Okay. So this is one question that we should ask ourselves as well as our partners, to be able to really, and to be able to really give a truthful answer. Okay. So it's so timing because yesterday's global Zoom meeting, our speaker Florence Lendor also touched about why she did the atomy business, right? So she mentioned the following. So the reason why she did atomy business, so to become my own boss, to have financial freedom, freedom of time, help others, be a full-time Christian, and leave a legacy behind, and new car and new house. Well, most of us, well, almost all of us, we have our own reason, right? Probably it touch one of those reasons. However, according to Dr. Lee, even if all these dreams and aspirations or goals could be achieved, more than 60% still give up. So he's asking, why do many still give up? You know, his reason is very simple. He said the reason is very simple. For a while. sorry, wait, sorry. Where is the thing? Sorry. that
It's okay. Let her sing.
Yeah, okay. So he asked, why do many still give up? So despite all this, right? So he said it's very simple, because they've run out of motivation. What is motivation? He said motivation is the engine. So the engine means it's the driving force that propels us to do the things that we want to do, right? So it is a factor that stimulates desire and energy in people to be continually interested and committed to a job, role, or subject, or to make an effort to attain a goal. So this motivation is very important because like what I've said, it propels us. But he categorized motivation into, into two kinds, right? It's the intrinsic or internal or intrinsic motivation, and internal intrinsic motivation, and the external or extrinsic motivation. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it's the external extrinsic motivation. The internal, it comes from inside. Okay, so it comes from the heart, and it is something that makes us do a task without other people telling us to do it. So it comes from inside, and this forms within the mind of a person. It could be because it is according to one's belief system, or it's just that he enjoys the work and have the passion to do it, or there's a sense of accomplishments, like here it's sense of satisfaction helping other people, sense of accomplishments when we do our work and finish our work excellently, and the passion, like our talents, our skills. So we exert effort because we just enjoy it. And according to Dr. Lee, this intrinsic is very strong, and it lasts long. On the other hand, external or extrinsic motivation is controlled by outside. Okay, so it's controlled by outside source, and usually there is an expectation of an external reward when it comes to external intrinsic. So, for example, we do ATOMY. Some others says, I do ATOMY because I've heard about this Imperial Master, this 1,000 or this $50,000 that we receive every day, every month, right? So some, they do excellent in their work. They do all they can to get a promotion because they're promised a promotion, or they just want to improve their status in the society. And but according to Dr. Lee, this is temporary and weak. Why? Because when the external reward or these tangible rewards ends, the external motivation also dies down. So when this external motivations die down, then these people become passive, or our partners become passive, or even us become passive. Like, what's the reason of doing this when I can get anything, right? So yes, the people becomes passive. And then Dr. Lee says that there's really nothing wrong with all those dreams that we have given, or the answer why we do ATOMY, but this determines the what, the why, the hows, and until when we can do what we're doing. Like, until when can we do this this ATOMY business? So the external motivations, like the rewards, the leadership status, they're already there. It's already given by ATOMY, and well, we have the hope that it will not die down, that it will continue, right? Because we see it, we saw the people that has reached such rewards, or has accomplished such rewards. But Dr. Lee is saying that since it's temporary and it's weak, we have to give weight to internal motivation, because it's very strong and it lasts long. Therefore, there's a little chance of possibility that one will quit. So he said, how can we have this internal motivation? How can we be internally motivated? the one condition is that we should be self-motivated. So he says that the self-motivation is the ability to do what needs to be done without the influence from other people or situation. So it means that we don't do the business because someone told us to do it. There's something in our hearts, in us, that says work on it and take control of it or engage in it. It comes from within us. So he mentioned about this saying that you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink the water. So as a leader, we can't force our members to be a partner. But when they become a partner, we can't also force them to do what we are doing, for them to do what we're doing. Like, we are in this position, so you have to do it. No, we can only lead them, right? We can only lead them and then share to them what we have experienced. And the second thing that he said is to second thing is to give a challenging task to the partners. And if we can give ourselves a challenge, then why not? So it says that when
You're muted, Odette.
okay, so a challenging task, like whether the task is easy or difficult, there must be an element of challenge in the work. Why? Because when we're challenged, our creativity and imagination brings forth. Sometimes when it's so challenging, what do I do with this? What can I do? So like what Peter did, they challenged themselves, not because they just want to be as sales master, but because there's a belief in themselves, that in himself, that he can do it. He can do it, meaning there's a way. He already thought that he has a lot of members in Indonesia, but he knows that when Hemuhim comes, when Hemuhim is available, then they will all purchase, and that will give him a lot of points. So it could probably be in imagination or creation, your creativity. So it's part of being internally motivated. You challenge.
You're muted again.
Sorry. So we find a way. So we learn to find a way how to do those tasks, challenging tasks. So in the same way, as a leader, it's also important, like what Mike is asking you. When are you going to challenge yourself? Just ask, but not really pressuring me. That's good. That's okay. Because later on, your partner will think about it. Unless you challenge them, it won't come into their mind. So before, I don't know about that challenge, but later on, when Mike asked me, then I find time to think about it. And then the third one, he says, is confidence. So when we become expert or knowledgeable, we become fully confident. And this is very true in my experience. So it is very important to consistently tap into ATOMY system so that we will be confident in doing the business. Like what Peter did, he investigated, he researched, and after he learned about the company, he discovered Hemuhim, so he was able to share about Hemuhim because he had the confidence. So in the same way, if we lead our partners to tap into the system, to attend the meetings, to attend the seminars, they will really have leap of faith, because they have the confidence that this company, we can be assured of this company. We can be assured that we can do this business. You know, the confidence that we know we will be after 5 years or 3 years. You know, we have that confidence in us. So in the same way, as leader, as a leader, as we exude confidence, we also share confidence to our partners. So what Dr. Lee was saying is not really to focus on just one motivation, because both are driving force. Both brings out desires to do their best and to give their best effort to attain a goal. So he's just saying that since as a leader, we don't just motivate our partners by just saying about the money, about the 50,000, about the imperial master, about the sales master, about what you're gonna get if you do this or do that. So what he's saying is give weight more to internal motivation, because wherever they go, whatever they will encounter later on, you know, our partners, that internal motivation will still continue to propel them to do ATOMY business. Even if, for example, they set a time, like in 5 years, I will be an imperial master. So in 5 years, they're doing the business. But what if in 5 years, that expectation failed? Like they didn't reach that expectation, or he didn't reach that expectation. What would happen next? But if we develop that internal motivation, whether he reached that goal or not later, and like what you're saying, Ari, just make schedule it or make a date. If it doesn't happen, then set another goal when you'll do the challenge, right? But if you don't have that internal motivation in you, the self motivation, the even the confidence, then you'd expect that your partner would give up. So as a leader, to be able to really motivate them internally, we have to raise them up or lift them up, encourage them, because we can only do so much. We can only do so much. So let them realize why ATOMY has all the right condition to become a successful company. Like what happened to Peter. In 5 minutes, he signed up because he knows that although there's no there's no membership fee and everything is free, and after he investigated, I'm sure he learned that ATOMY can be can stay in the industry for 100 years. So we can share that to them. We can let them realize that this is an established company, and this can be this can exist 100 years from now. And we also have to engage them in the system. So the system is already made, and we just have to we can't force them, but we can remind them. That would help. And also let them realize that they have control over the business, that they are not employees, they are not, they're not being salaried or just but it's like their own business. It's you're a self-employed person. But at the same time, we can assure them that we're there to help them. So with external motivation, on the other hand, we can just, inspire them with the people that accomplish the rewards. Good thing we have access to CH ATOMY. We can watch those Crown Master, Imperial Masters. We can lead them to these videos and see if they could attain it or accomplish it. You can do it as well. Also, let's also inspire them to write their life scenario, because the life scenario, they'll be able to really see what motivates them. So like what they said, if you don't write it, sometimes it's just in your mind, so it will just be in the air, so you'll forget about it. But if you write it, then they'll have a good picture of what they want to do and then how to do it. So talk to them about short and long-term goals. You know, that's the relationship between leaders and partners. Like what I've said, you can only do so much, but a leader, I believe, has an eye who will be their real partner, so they can talk about short and long-term goals, and be there to help them with the effort they exert, whether it's just a small effort or a big effort. Leaders should be there to motivate them. So that's the end. Thank you.